Welcome to the Lineout Lab. My name is Peter O'Donnell. There's been a lot of criticism of the Irish Lineout following the defeat to England in last weekend's Autumn International. Has the Irish Lineout lost its way? Or is that too simplistic to say following recent losses to England and France? In this video, we will look at the English match as well as other aspects to consider before making a judgment. If you're new to the channel, please like and share the video, which helps spread the discussion. Please also subscribe to my channel by clicking the white logo in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, where you'll get access to loads of great content from me in the coming months. You can also click the link below in the description. Check out my website, thelineoutlab.com, to learn more about one-to-one player coaching and coaching workshops and courses. By subscribing to my newsletter, you'll receive additional content specific to coaches and players. On Saturday, Ireland started well, providing a good platform to launch their first attack. Much of the recent criticism suggests Ireland lineout has not been functioning well for a period of time. Let's look at the stats to explore that further. To begin, let's look at the 2019 Six Nations. Courtesy of ESPN, we can look at the stats for each game. Against England, France and Wales respectively, Ireland achieved 91%, 94% and 88% success rate. Against Scotland, we achieved 100% and 75% against Italy. This left us with an overall percentage of 89.6%. Let's now look at the 2019 Rugby World Cup. In the group stages, Ireland achieved 100% twice against Samoa and Scotland, 81% against Japan, and 93% against Russia. And against New Zealand, they achieved 100%, leaving their overall record for the World Cup at 94.8% and 92.2% for 2019. Let's now look at the 2020 Six Nations. Against England, Scotland and Wales, we achieved 87%, 90% and 100%. When Rugby returned, we achieved 90% against Italy and 82% against France. This left us with an overall percentage of 89.8% for the 2020 Six Nations. Following a good performance against Wales, Ireland dipped to 76.5% at the weekend. Let's now look at some of the combinations Ireland have had in the pack this year. We can see that there have been very few changes across the forward unit in the Six Nations. And here's a little reminder of how Ireland performed in the lineout in each game. And this was the team that took the field last Saturday in Twickenham. So the stats can paint a picture, but they don't necessarily tell us the whole story. For example, there's been new hookers, a few new combinations, and new caps awarded. So the stats show that the lineout has not been a problem for the most part, and generally Ireland have outperformed their opposition. As we return to the game, Ireland turn over their second lineout with this overthrow, which was also called crooked. Ireland wouldn't have been too concerned at this juncture, but this third lineout is where the pressure started to mount. Ireland called a lot of six-man lineouts on Saturday, and generally England defended with two pods with Vunipola and Curry in the middle. And it's this space where Ireland looked to attack on numerous occasions. Ireland got their timing slightly off, and England eventually go the length of the field and score their second try. England had not competed yet, but following these two lineout errors, England then decided to compete and put pressure on the throw, resulting in a turnover for England. At this point, Ireland have had 5 lineouts and 3 turnovers, 2 of which were unforced. There have been questions why we went to the middle here when the front might have been the easier option. To be fair to England, their competing in the air and pressure was excellent. The next time Ireland called a 6-man, they used more of a speed call as opposed to movement, setting up a good platform to play off. Moving on to the second half, Ireland could have gone into their shells, but they started well with a good option to the back, followed by good variation to different areas of the lineout. There are many aspects to the lineout, such as delivery and maul attack. Ireland's maul has traditionally been a very strong weapon, but again England, and Itoje in particular, deserve credit for the pressure they put on. In the aftermath of the result, it seems a lot of people have overlooked the fact that Ireland turned England over twice at the maul. People have also overlooked the fact Ireland turned over one of England's possessions and put good pressure on a number of their lineouts. England themselves had one crooked throw and overthrow, but Ireland failed to capitalise on them. So, is there any hope for Ireland? In short, yes. Ireland have been without Ian Henderson on a number of occasions, and they're transitioning to life without Devon Toner, who, to be fair, has been a big part of Ireland's line-out success. There's been new hookers and combinations, new coaches and new caps awarded. We're transitioning to a new coaching team, and to be fair, England are a very good team with stability and deserve a lot of credit. That said, Ireland has still provided a good platform from a lot of their lineouts. And finally, they have very good coaches and players in place. So yes, there were errors, which are plain to see, around timing, delivery, and what we did off some of our lineouts, given everything I've just mentioned. Ireland also deserve massive credit following the response to the bad run of turnovers. If there was no learning or improvement, perhaps that would be a greater cause for concern. It's been a challenging year on many fronts, but it's a long way till the next World Cup in France. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and leave a comment. Please also subscribe to grow the channel.